Skol Vikings. Let's get fired up, because Monday Night Football is bringing the heat to Soldier Field. Our Minnesota Vikings are facing off against the Chicago Bears in a Week 1 NFC North clash that's got everything: rivalries, rookies, and redemption. After a 14-3 season in 2024 that ended with a tough wild card loss to the Rams, the Vikings are hungry to prove they're still a powerhouse. Meanwhile, the Bears, under new head coach Ben Johnson, are desperate to shake off 6 years of mediocrity. Who's got the edge in this primetime battle? This game is all about J.J. McCarthy, our second-year quarterback stepping into the spotlight for his first NFL start. It's a homecoming for the kid from Chicagoland, but don't expect any warm fuzzies from the Bears' defense. With Justin Jefferson back from a hamstring tweak and Aaron Jones ready to tear up the ground game, the Vikings' offense is loaded. But can they outsmart a Bears team coached by the offensive genius who led the Lions to the league's top-scoring unit last year? Here's the kicker. The Vikings led the NFL in interceptions in 2024, and Brian Flores' aggressive defense is licking its chops to rattle Caleb Williams. Will McCarthy shine in his debut, or will Chicago spoil the party? Stick around as we dive into the matchups, stats, and player props that'll shape this epic showdown. What's the one thing you're most excited to see from the Vikings on Monday? Let's hear it. Let's talk about our superstar, Justin Jefferson, because when he's on the field, magic happens. Coming off a 2024 season with 103 receptions, 1,533 yards, and 10 touchdowns, Jefferson is the NFL's gold standard at wide receiver, ranked number 9 on the NFL Top 100 Players list for 2025. But here's the twist. He's been battling a mild hamstring strain that sidelined him for most of training camp. The good news? He's back at practice and expected to play Monday. Can he pick up where he left off? The Bears know Jefferson is the Vikings' X factor, and they'll likely double-team him to limit his damage, just like the Cowboys blanketed A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith in Week 1. This could mean fewer targets for Jefferson, but don't sleep on his ability to make the impossible happen. With Jordan Addison serving a 3-game suspension and Jalen Nailor questionable with a hand injury, the Bears might think they can contain our receiving core. But Jefferson's got a knack for rewriting the script. What's the game plan? Look for Kevin O'Connell to get creative, using motion and quick passes to free up Jefferson against Chicago's secondary, which might be missing cornerbacks Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon due to injuries. If Jefferson gets loose, Soldier Field could turn into his personal highlight reel. How many yards do you think JJ will rack up against the Bears? Drop your predictions below. Now, let's zoom in on J.J. McCarthy, the Prince of Minnesota's future, making his NFL debut in the same stadium where he watched games as a kid. Drafted number 10 overall in 2024, McCarthy's got a 27-1 record as a starter at Michigan, a national championship, and a 72.3% completion rate in his final college season. But a torn meniscus in last year's preseason kept him on the sidelines, raising the stakes for this moment. Is he ready to carry the Vikings' 14-win legacy forward? McCarthy's arm strength and accuracy have been turning heads in camp, but this is no practice field. It's Monday Night Football against a division rival. The Bears' defense, coached by Dennis Allen, allowed 136.3 rushing yards per game last season, so expect the Vikings to lean on the run to ease McCarthy into the game. Still, his ability to layer passes over defenders and hit tight windows will be tested against a Bears secondary that's banged up but scrappy. The big question: can McCarthy handle the pressure of Soldier Field's bright lights? Kevin O'Connell's been drilling footwork and decision-making, and McCarthy's shown flashes of brilliance, like a touchdown pass to Jefferson in OTAs. But some analysts, like Mo Moton, worry his inexperience could lead to mistakes. What do you think? Will McCarthy silence the doubters or face rookie growing pains? Share your thoughts. Let's give some love to Aaron Jones, our running back who's ready to feast against a shaky Bears rush defense. In 2024, Jones ran for 1,139 yards, averaging 66.9 yards per game, and piled up 1,500 scrimmage yards, numbers that put him at number 98 on the NFL Top 100. At 30 years old, he's defying the age curve, but the Vikings added Jordan Mason via trade, hinting at a potential committee backfield. Can Jones still dominate? The Bears' run defense was a disaster last year, giving up 136.3 yards per game, 28th in the NFL. With linebacker T.J. Edwards likely out and Jalen Johnson questionable, Chicago's front seven could be vulnerable. Look for Jones to exploit this, ripping off chunk plays with his explosive speed. The Vikings' revamped defensive line, featuring new center Ryan Kelly and rookie guard Donovan Jackson, should open massive holes. Here's the prop bet to watch. Jones is at -120 to go over 49.5 rushing yards, per Caesars Sportsbook. Given his 2024 average and Chicago's weak run defense, this feels like a lock. But will Mason steal carries and cap Jones' upside? Vikings fans, who's your pick to lead the backfield in Week 1? Let's debate in the comments. T.J. Hockenson, our tight end extraordinaire, is about to become J.J. McCarthy's best friend. With odds at +110 to snag over 4.5 receptions, Hockenson's poised for a big night. After missing time in 2024 due to injury, he still racked up 41 catches for 455 yards on 62 targets. Now fully healthy, he's ready to reclaim his spot as one of the NFL's elite tight ends. Will he shine in this high-stakes opener? With the Bears likely focusing on Justin Jefferson, Hockenson could see a ton of targets as McCarthy's safety valve. Chicago's secondary might be short-handed, with injuries to Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and Josh Blackwell. Hockenson's route running is top tier. He's bragged about creating separation like no other tight end, and the tape backs it up. Expect O'Connell to dial up plays that get Hockenson open in the middle of the field. The storyline here is trust. McCarthy, who didn't throw deep much in college, loves reliable targets, and Hockenson's hands are like glue. A big game from him could open up the offense for everyone else. How many receptions do you think Hockenson will haul in? Drop your guess below and let's see who's closest. Let's flip to the defensive side, where Brian Flores' unit is ready to wreak havoc. The Vikings led the league in interceptions in 2024, and they've upgraded their front with Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. Facing Caleb Williams, who's stepping into Ben Johnson's high-powered offense, the Vikings' aggressive blitz schemes could be the difference. Can Flores outsmart the former Lions offensive coordinator? Williams only threw 6 picks last season, but he faced heavy pressure in his 2 games against Minnesota, completing just 4 passes over 10 yards in their second meeting. With Dallas Turner emerging as a versatile pass rusher and Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace Jr. flying around, the Vikings could make life miserable for Chicago's revamped offensive line. The prop bet? Williams is at -125 to throw over 0.5 interceptions. Here's the drama. Williams is talented but takes risks, and Flores loves to bait quarterbacks into mistakes. A single interception could swing this game. Vikings fans, do you trust our defense to pick off Williams? How many turnovers will we force? Hit the comments with your take. The Bears' new head coach, Ben Johnson, is a name Vikings fans know all too well. As the Lions' offensive coordinator, he torched us with the NFL's #1 scoring offense in 2024. Now in Chicago, he's got Caleb Williams running an offense built to mimic Detroit's explosive attack, complete with a revamped line and tight end Colston Loveland as their answer to Sam Laporta. Can the Vikings stop this juggernaut? Johnson's scheme thrives on misdirection and quick strikes, but Flores' defense is built to disrupt. With new additions like Jonathan Allen and the growth of young stars like Dallas Turner, Minnesota's front seven is deeper and meaner than last year. The key will be pressuring Williams early to throw off Johnson's rhythm. If the Vikings can force 3rd and longs, Flores blitz packages could feast. This coaching matchup is pure chess. Johnson's play calling is brilliant, but Flores' aggression is relentless. Who's got the upper hand? Skol Nation, what's your take on this battle of wits? Let's talk strategy in the comments. Let's zoom in on Christian Darrisaw, our franchise left tackle who's been rehabbing a major knee injury from 2024. He's done everything right in recovery and has a real shot to play Monday, protecting McCarthy's blind side. If Darrisaw suits up, it's a massive boost for the Vikings' revamped defensive line, which also includes Ryan Kelly and Donovan Jackson. Can they dominate the trenches? The Bears' defensive front, led by new addition Grady Jarrett, will mix in five-man fronts to confuse assignments. But Chicago's 28th ranked run defense last year suggests they're vulnerable. If Darrisaw is back, he and Kelly could anchor a line that paves the way for Aaron Jones and keeps McCarthy clean. A strong O-line is the key to unleashing O'Connell's playbook. Here's the big question. Will Darrisaw's return make the difference, or will the Bears' new defensive schemes under Dennis Allen cause chaos? Vikings fans, how confident are you in our offensive line? Drop your thoughts below. Adam Thielen's return to Minnesota is the feel-good story of the offseason. The hometown hero, who took a pay cut to rejoin the Vikings, is back to provide veteran leadership for McCarthy. With Addison suspended and Naylor banged up, Thielen's reliable hands could be a game-changer. He had 48 catches for 615 yards in 2024 despite missing 7 games. Can he turn back the clock? Thielen's route-running savvy will be crucial against a Bears secondary that might be missing key pieces. His chemistry with McCarthy has been building in camp, and O'Connell loves using him in clutch situations. Expect Thielen to get open on third downs, giving McCarthy a trusted target when the pressure's on. This storyline tugs at the heartstrings. Thielen's return is about more than stats. It's about pride and legacy. Skull Nation, how excited are you to see Thielen back in purple? Share your favorite Thielen memory in the comments. Let's talk about the Vikings' new-look defense, which is ready to make Caleb Williams' night a nightmare. Brian Flores' unit was a turnover machine in 2024, leading the league in interceptions, and they've added firepower with Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. Second-year edge rusher Dallas Turner is also turning heads, showing off his versatility in coverage and pass rushing. Can this group dominate? The Bears' offense is built to stretch defenses, but Minnesota's front seven is stacked. Linebackers Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace Jr. are blitzing machines, and corner Byron Murphy Jr. is coming off a Pro Bowl season with 6 picks. If the Vikings can disrupt Williams' rhythm, they could force the kind of mistakes that define their 2024 defensive success. Here's the prop bet to watch. Williams over 0.5 interceptions at -125. With Flores dialing up exotic pressures, it's hard to see Williams escaping clean. Vikings fans, how many sacks and turnovers do you predict for our defense? Let's hear it. The Vikings' revamped defensive line is a storyline to watch. New center Ryan Kelly and rookie guard Donovan Jackson join Blake Brandel and will fries to form a unit built to protect McCarthy and spring Aaron Jones. After ranking 29th in yards per carry since 2022, Minnesota's run game needs a boost. Can this group deliver against Chicago's suspect front? In camp, Jackson showed his potential, pancaking defenders on a 65-yard touchdown screen to Jones. Kelly's experience is a game-changer, with a 45% success rate in games he played for the Colts. If Darrisaw returns, this line could dominate, giving McCarthy time to find Jefferson and Hawkinson. The Bears' defense, with Grady Jarrett clogging the middle, will test this unit early. If the Vikings' O-line gels, it could be a long night for Chicago. Skull Nation, how much faith do you have in our new offensive line? Drop your take below. Caleb Williams versus J.J. McCarthy. This quarterback duel is the talk of Week 1. Both were first-round picks in 2024, but their paths couldn't be more different. Williams threw for 340 yards in a game against the Vikings last year but struggled under pressure in their second matchup. McCarthy, meanwhile, is an unproven commodity with a national championship pedigree. Who's got the edge? Williams is in a new offense under Ben Johnson, who's known for scheming open receivers and creating big plays. But Flores' defense is built to confuse young quarterbacks, and with Hargrave and Allen up front, Williams could face relentless pressure. McCarthy, on the other hand, has a stacked supporting cast with Jefferson, Jones, and Hawkinson to lean on. This showdown is about who handles the moment better. Will Williams' flair outshine McCarthy's poise, or will our QB1 steal the show? Vikings fans, who's your pick to win this rookie QB battle? Let's hear your predictions. The Vikings' receiving core is in flux, but don't count them out. With Addison suspended and Naylor questionable, Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen will carry the load, alongside rookie Ty Felton and undrafted free agent Miles Price. Jefferson's a superstar, but Thielen's veteran savvy could be the secret weapon in tight situations. Can this group step up? McCarthy's had to adjust to a revolving door of receivers in camp, working with 8 different players in first-team drills. His ability to build chemistry on the fly will be tested, but Thielen's return and Jefferson's dominance give him elite options. Felton, a third-round pick, has shown flashes in camp and could surprise. The Bears' secondary is banged up, which plays into Minnesota's hands. If McCarthy can exploit mismatches, this could be a breakout game for the passing attack. Skull Nation, who's your dark horse receiver for Week 1? Drop your pick in the comments. Kevin O'Connell's quarterback whisperer reputation is on the line. After turning Sam Darnold into a 4,319-yard, 35-touchdown passer in 2024, he's now molding McCarthy into the Vikings' future. O'Connell's focus on footwork and eye placement has McCarthy looking sharp in camp, but the real test comes under Soldier Field's lights. Can he deliver? O'Connell's playbook is built for McCarthy's strengths, quick reads and accurate throws. With Jefferson, Hockenson, and Jones as weapons, the offense is designed to ease him in, leaning on the run game early. But if Chicago stacks the box, McCarthy will need to air it out. His ability to layer passes, as shown in camp, could be key. This is O'Connell's chance to prove he's a top 10 coach. If he gets McCarthy clicking, the Vikings could roll. Vikings fans, how confident are you in O'Connell's game plan? Let's talk in the comments. It's time to wrap this up, Skull Nation. But the excitement is just beginning. The Vikings are walking into Soldier Field with a chip on their shoulder, a rookie QB ready to shine, and a defense poised to dominate. This Week 1 clash against the Bears is more than a game. It's a chance to show the NFC North we're still contenders. Will McCarthy, Jefferson, and Jones lead us to victory, or will Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson pull off the upset? The stakes are high, and the storylines are electric. From Jefferson's quest for WR1 dominance to Flores' defense hunting interceptions, every snap will be must-watch TV. I'm calling it now. The Vikings take this one 27-20, with McCarthy throwing his first NFL touchdown to Hockenson. What's your score prediction, Vikings fans? Drop it below. If you're as pumped as I am for this game, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more Vikings news and breakdowns. Share this with your fellow Skull Nation members. And let's get loud for our boys in purple on Monday Night Football. Skull Vikings.